Alright, we are back. Now we are about to get in to the finals of DD88. We
The
have...
hype. Let's hear in the chat.
We need some hype. Where's Moloko?
The gems. Show me it.
We have Dango Ninjas versus Everglade Tree Lovers. Now, you would say this is a matchup from before. Would you agree?
Yes. Last time it was 2-0, but the second game was very, very close. And I'm actually very excited to see what our underdogs have to show.
And, uh-oh. This is not good. We gotta fix this quick. While the bans are going out, we do have everyone now slightly just making their bans, and there we go. We got everything adjusted. And chat bans did come out. I will put them up on our screen. They are Kha'Zix, Lulu, Zyra, and Brand. Last game we just saw Brand do a lot of damage.
Great respect ban coming out.
Yep. Maokai being banned out, as well as Kassadin and Wukong. Now, Wukong being banned out on the side of Dango Ninjas. They do not want to deal with that. Frost, forget the icing, was amazing on Wukong last game. And
In general, you shouldn't let such a great champion go through anyway.
exactly.
But Lulu was Lulu banned? Yes, Lulu is banned. But Magic
Yeah.
Portal is also a very god tier Janna. Although Janna, some people assume that Janna did get nerfed because her global isn't really global anymore, and other things like that. But if he can pull it out, I'd be very excited to see it.
And the
Ezreal
respect
getting
ban.
banned as well.
Yeah, that respect ban onto Ezreal towards Afro Dynasty. You gotta admit, Dango Ninjas is giving a lot of time and respect to these bans. They know that this team, Everglade Tree Lovers, they have the potential to take out these guys right now in this finals match of the best of 3. Now, Kassadin and Nidalee being banned. Kassadin is just great overall. Nidalee, amazing poke and mobility. And we do see the lock-in on the Leona. But before we get to talk about Leona, LeBlanc now being also banned. LeBlanc, great burst damage and mobility to get around the map. So, with that
She
Leona
provides
pick,
lots of CC and annoyance. If you can't kill her from 100 to 0, she'll be hopping everywhere and cause lots of annoyance.
yeah. Now, let's talk about Leona. Leona is a great support and tank initiator. Now, they're going to actually be looking to go for a hard engage with a Leona pick. But Janna now on the side of Everglade, and Janna, even though that global passive was removed, having the W passive fill it in as well, giving and sending her top lane, that's going to make your capping and your speed to get to the very top point much faster, and you can provide nuisance to the enemy team. And combining that with Karma, you're going to get a lot of movement speed coming out.
Now, if Janna can time her Qs perfectly, she can actually counter the Jarvan and Leona combo. During the E and EQ combo, if she can time her Q, it will counter it, leaving them immobile, and they would just sit still, allowing for Karma to provide lots of damage in zone.
Yep, now we do see Talon being locked in, and the Annie as well. Now we're going to look to see amazing burst from Dango Ninja's team comp.
It
Meanwhile,
was very smart of Annie not to go, or Zounds not to go Jarvan. He hovered over it, but then he had to respect the Janna.
yeah, because Janna is like one of the ultimate counters to Jarvan, besides Vayne, since she can tumble out. But now we do see on the side of Everglade, Take Your Pill is hovering over that. Is that Zillion? Yeah, that is Zillion. I was just I lost my track of mind. But they do instead swapping out and taking up the Sejuani. Now we saw his Sejuani last game. He landed excellent ults. I don't know if Dango Ninjas are going to be prepared for that, but they have to give a lot of respect onto take your pills ults with that Sejuani. And Jarvan on Snide being locked in, this is gonna be... It's gonna be good.
I see actually, there's a big flaw in purple team right now. There is no damage. There's lots and lots of engage, lots of disengage, lots of utility for protecting someone, but there's no damage. No one's doing the damage.
Sauron hovering over Thresh. We know he's not gonna lock it in unless he wants to pull something crazy and just say, you know what, I'm gonna do it. He'll Thresh bot lane. That will be something to see. And during a finals game and game 1 of this series, this is going to be amazing. If he does lock it in. Now the problem with... But the problem... Aatrox?
We need Thresh and Aatrox.
Alright.
Sauron's 2 favorite champions, Thresh and Aatrox.
Ah.
Going back to his comfort champion, Pantheon, we saw that 2 games back.
Yeah.
Massive amounts of pressure. Neutralized the point without anyone's help.
And Vi being locked in as well. So now we know that top lane fight, once level 6 hits for both sides, blue team is going to have a huge spike of damage. Now...
Yes. And from the lack of damage that purple team actually has, Leona will be an unstoppable raid boss if they can get the early lead in top lane. The gold that she can rack up will counter purple team.
Yeah, now... We're seeing Michael Bay taking their time. Their purple team is now taking their time, but there is one flaw with their team comp. If Jarvan were to jump in with his ult, and then Janna was to use her ult to protect, let's say, Karma from dying, and Jarvan's ult is nearby, it could potentially knock the person either out or the 1 in a million chance of knocking them into Jarvan ult.
Yes, that would be bad. And with the Gragas pickup, this whole team revolves around lots of mobility, lots of bobbing and weaving, tankiness, and tanky DPS. They'll have to do damage over time. There's no burst potential from either side unless Gragas gets ultra fed and he's able to focus down high peoples who probably won't be building any MR anytime soon.
There's a lot going on. I don't even know what's going on. Supposedly... I'm just looking on Twitter and there's like a lot going on about LCS going on for qualifiers. I'll probably have to check out the VODs or later. But
yes, they had a 1 hour delay actually.
Yeah, that was a problem. I don't know if anyone else was watching it, but there was that 1 hour delay and that was really annoying. Like, it's like the CLG EU thing from Season 2 Worlds.
What's worse is that the last game that decided everything didn't even get finished, and they just announced the winner by default.
Really? Did they just announce it?
No. I mean during the CLG versus World Elite.
No, CLG won. They played out the final match a week later.
Yes, but the game that stopped it all was when Nocturne ultied. He was flying, ready for the engage, and everything just went dark.
Yeah. Sounds just like his name. You earned a Twitter plug. Moloko is like, tell me, I need to tweet this out. Twitch.tv. I guess I'll do that. As we are loading into the game, let us take a moment to breathe and enjoy Dominion. Alright, now back to Dominion. This is going to be actually really close game between these two teams. We just saw Afro Dynasty's team, Everglade Tree Lovers, take down Warwick's RP farm, and this is going to be a really close game. Meanwhile, we were watching most of Dango Ninja's games, and Dango Ninjas were showing incredible skills.
Clean sweep. Not once did they drop under 400, and all the games were just very quick. Obviously, we wanted you to listen more closely and to our voices, but they ended the game so quickly that we had to leave you so soon.
Yeah, and Moloko's just telling me link my Twitter If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, it's in the Dominion chat right there. Follow me up. I will be streaming. I stream from time to time Dominion. I am a Diamond 3 support right now, going to Diamond 2 on Summoner's Rift, and potentially I'm going to have a Smurf. And if you guys want to increase your ranking or just want to get better at ranking in Summoner's Rift, you guys can, I will duo queue with you guys on my Smurf. But that being said, we are almost about to load up into the game. Make sure you guys follow the channel right here, Dominate Gaming TV. Send it out to your friends. Tell them about what Dominion is. Have them join up. Join our tournaments each week, every Saturday. And remember, guys, tomorrow is the Paradox Dominion tournament. Hopefully, we can see some of you guys there. I will probably be watching most of the games. Hopefully, I can join in on the tournament, because I think what they're doing with the point system is actually a smart idea. It's just, it's gonna take a while for everyone to get used to it. Like the point system, it's kind of, it reminds me of the OGN point system.
Now, I'm sure Gander would like to enlighten us with this situation. Hopefully he could link his Paradox stream, and being that it's tomorrow, if you guys don't know about it, you should send your team, make a team with some friends. We have a big DD community. You should try it out. However, I have not played in Paradox before, being that Sunday and Saturday all spent on Dominion. I don't know. It's the holidays.
Oh, it seems like I just got confirmation on Twitter that TWZ, the Walking Zed, was eliminated. They lost in a best-of-5 series against...
I actually checked that stream a minute ago, and they were 17-0 for the last game.
Oh, man. I feel so bad for the Walking Zed. They were such an amazing team. Like, Bishu being...
Everybody dies. Coach just needs a little help.
But that, I missed most of the games to cast with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed these games. Even though there was that small delay, the small problem with my computer crashing. Yeah, anyways. I will introduce now the teams. We have Dango Ninjas on the blue side. We have Emperor High Peoples on Talon, Mad Supportal on Annie, Zounds on Leona, Sauron on Pantheon, and Carnival on Vi. And on the purple side, we got Everglade Tree Lovers with Afro Dynasty playing the Karma. Forgot the icing, correct me if I'm wrong, on Jarvan. Snide Sentinel on Janna. Take Your Pill on Sejuani, and Michael Bay on Gragas.
The Fat Man. And here we have 1 Ignite for purple team and 4 Exhaust. Meanwhile, blue team actually has 2 Ignite and 3 Exhaust. Now, early game Exhaust is actually much better, and Exhaust is very nice against the late game Scalers and the Burst types. However, like I said, purple team has no form of hyper damage. The Exhaust would actually, they could actually wait out the Exhaust.
Sauron doing it again, spamming the Oracle's Elixir. Start. If he he used the skill before. If he actually did that at the wrong timing, ooh, he would have called for a remake. Like, I think I would too.
Not exactly. Anyone would love the Oracle's decoration on top of your head. 250 is very cheap.
Alright, but here we go. The game started, and we have game 1 of the best of 3 between Everglade Tree Lovers versus Dango Ninjas. Everyone taking their respective starts, and due to that Janna movement speed and the Karma shield, purple team was able to get to the top point.
Stun loaded up on Annie. Let's see who he prioritizes. And he hits John with the stun, tags him up. Sejuani's taking a lot of free damage. Jarvan gets picked off by the Vi. In return, the shield's going off on...
Sejuani's getting pretty low. Sejuani should get out, but no, does get taken down in the end by Talon. Emperor High Peoples is now being the next focus. Doesn't get the auto. Jarvan does go down in the end. Snide now, on the other hand, trying his best to juke out. Afro Dynasty now being the focus on Karma. Zoun's doing his best. Doesn't get the health relic taken away, but will Afro Dynasty be able to make it? Icing is now doing his best, trying to lock up Afro Dynasty, but Icing is just too much of a tank and blocks off most of it. Now, they need to stop Carnival from capping.
Now this is what I mean by the lack of damage. Janna was just roaming around and Talon barely had any health left, but Talon had no pressure of being killed, and he just gets picked off by W.
Yeah, if we take a look, Talon running back to grab the health relic, and now we do see Zounds going in heavy onto Dynasty, Afro Dynasty, and Dynasty taking pretty low, but the burst coming out from Take Your Pill and Forget Your Icing, and Snide doing his best, trying to kill High Peoples is so low, does get taken down. Icing gets the double kill, meanwhile Talon gets taken down, Vi gets a double kill onto Jarvan, could potentially see a triple, but if they play it right, this is going to go in favor of Purple Team, and meanwhile, while the revives are being popped, this is not good. This is not good for the Purple Team. Purple Team need to either get out or just they just need to get out. They just have to get out.
Oh, and the recall makes it. However, they're going to be trading top the windmill. Afro Dynasty is still sitting on a revive. Meanwhile, blue team has already traded all the revives, but they did get windmill, so I would say that was worth. Bot lane gets rotation off. Great ultimate. He's safe for now. However, great exhaust.
Michael Bay doing his best, gets assault and battery, but gets taken out in the end. And Matt Saporto now on the speed shrine, getting focused now, gets taken down by Icing. Icing doing his best to damage. A great ult from Janna actually knocks High Peoples away, but locks up Zounds in the wrong area. But, oh, an amazing ult lands on both of them. Cataclysm goes out, does not lock up onto the right person. Zounds is very low. Zounds is just barely escaping. Gets taken down in the end. Purple Team with an amazing play, and now that they have a chance to get Cap onto top, this could probably look into a shift into Purple Team's favor.
So that's very good, because right now, Afro Dynasty is still sitting on a revive. He can choose to trade his life if there ever needs to be a time where he can 1v2 and just stall long enough for the team to come back. He can actually trade his life for it instead of recalling like he did last time.
Yep. Now, if we take a look at bot lane there's not much action. Sauron just pushing up while Michael Bay is doing his best to clear. Michael Bay has the advantage in the clear, though, due to his burial doing a lot of damage and body slam as well.
Gragas does lots of damage against melee dealers because it's
dive's going on
his E.
Oh, a nice Howling Gale just catches two of them, but forgot the icing, just goes down. Zoun's doing his best to lock up and actually does pick up the kill. Matt Saporto now being the target. Snide is now being the focus. Carnival now taking a lot of damage. Take Your Pill gets taken down. Afro Dynasty now being the next target. Gets jumped on under tower. Will they actually be able to catch her? Oh, nice play. A 2-for-2 trade, and it's going to go in favor of Purple Team, actually. Meanwhile, the ult from the High Peoples doing his best. Ult comes off, stun comes off onto Janna, and Janna does get taken down. Meanwhile, they trade the kills.
Afro Dynasty wanting more.
But he can't get too greedy. Oh, is he actually going to go for it? Oh my gosh. Oh, and does he live with the shield? Oh my gosh. Afro Dynasty with the clutch shield play just barely survives Annie's burst and ignite. Amazing play coming in from Everglade Tree Lovers, and this is looking really good for Purple Team.
Karma didn't even need to pop exhaust for that.
Yep. Meanwhile, up at top, Forget the Icing is now literally forgetting the icing as he gets caught up.
This is the second time that Jarvan's been caught up for no reason. During the dive off top lane, he died first and he died immediately without trading any damage.
Oh, Tether
The
comes
snap
out.
was up,
Yeah.
which it doesn't.
Yeah. Now, meanwhile, we're looking at it. Matt's portal does not have ult, but this is a bad situation for both Purple Team and Blue Team. If Purple Team can play this right, a nice knock up, great ult from
Great
Leona.
lockdown.
Goes down, Snide goes down.
Q.
They're gonna get the neutral. There goes the neutral. Ult only onto one person. Afro Dynasty doing his best, but gets shut down by Matt's portal. Matt's portal gets the double kill, and they're gonna take this top point back. And now we're gonna see the shift play. back into blue team. But if I were purple team right now, I know that they have the advantage as of now. In a way, they have the advantage as they know their summoner spells are all up for Afro Dynasty. So if he goes down into a fight, they know that he can come back and exhaust, or just provide more damage after he dies. We do see a play coming up in the middle, and High People's Carnival is just waiting. Afro Dynasty making the mistake of face checking. Does not get caught up by the Zenith Blade, but does get tethered. But High People's tethers, all comes off, gets taken down. Revive is popped. This looks like a fight. High People's gets taken down. Matt's Portal now being the focus. Sauron ulting in.
Right now with his Pantheon on here. Comes in, gets execute. His ulti actually done crit damage on. Purple's still down. I had no idea I could do that. They might get mid turned off this, except they're trading bot. After Dynasty goes down here. Yes, he does.
I'm not sure. Would you, in that situation, is it fine to trade for Quest with the 3-2 cap?
To be honest, I actually think it's quite worth, because right now they're actually holding on to mid. They're trading very well. Right now, Take Your Pill can't pressure the mid right now because Sejuani has no chance of one-shotting anyone, and Gragas is actually holding his own. If they were to pressure, if they can take down Gragas right now, I would say that was worth, because right now they just need to try and control top lane. Because as we saw, Purple Team has a very good team for sieging and protecting their turrets.
Meanwhile, up at the bot, High Peoples and Carnival take down Michael Bay. While at Purple Team's mid, they were able to take down Zounds as well as force Matt's Portal. I think he was in base. I'm not sure. I wasn't paying that much attention up at the mid fight. But Sauron using his... Oh, he didn't use his all. He just walked around. But using his... but walking towards Purple Team's bot side and now neutralizing and potentially going to get the cap. With those minions coming in, this could be bad for Purple Team. If they get the cap, they're sitting at a 3-2, but this could change really quick. If Purple Team loses up at the top fight, then it's going to be a 4 cap at this rate.
If they can get the kill off on Talon, this would really help them out. However...
Oh, nice trade. Double kill onto Sauron, though. That was not a good trade, if you think about it. Zounds now getting knocked up by the Tornado. Gets slowed by the Zephyr. Will Zounds actually go down in the end? Afro Dynasty doing his best to catch up. They need to get enough slows. Carnival now jumping in. Gets stunned up, though. I don't know if you should be focusing Zounds. You need to be focusing Carnival. A great Solar Flare catches onto 2 of them. Matsuboro coming in from the back. Great stun onto Afro Dynasty. Now being the focus. Gets interrupted, though, by the Zenith Blade. And that ult, the Monsoon, just barely saves Snide. Snide does get taken down in the end. Afro Dynasty and Take Your Pill are now running. They need to get out.
That's actually a great Q coming from Janna and stopping the Zenith Blade. But if you can see, Janna's actually opting for the EW match, meaning that the tornadoes are coming out less. She has less damage, but she has a huge shield and a huge AD steroid, giving her team, making her basically more of a support than she is a disruptive AP carry.
Yeah, now this is where Dango Ninjas are gonna start pressuring. This is where they're gonna start looking for that 4 cap, and this is gonna be really close for Purple Team to either come back.
Here we have a Spellblade rushed on Janna. Obviously, she wants to stay alive and deck out as many slows and shields as she can. But here, right now, Gragas is getting ganked. Sauron, if he lands the W, and the lockdown from... Oh, great ulti. However, Vi still has her ulti. If she can use it right now, then she's dead. Yes.
Yeah, Michael Bay gets taken out. That was a great ult by... But they get the shutdown onto Annie. Down's now being focused. Gets locked up. Zenith Blade lands onto 2. Nice. Sun's... Oh! The Sejuani Q knocks Zounds out of Jarvan ult.
If they can get the kill off here.
Nope, but no, Sauron here comes Sauron. Gets the stun onto Forget the Icing, but he times that amazing EQ combo to get out. Meanwhile, Icing, you're walking into a bad area. This is not good. Icing gets taken out. Take Your Pill goes in. That is not a good idea. Nice ult. Lands onto all 4. But they need to get out. Afro Dynasty is now being the focus. It's now getting focused. Nice Monsoon stops that jump. Very nice. All they have to do is stall for Jarvan to get up, but it doesn't look that good. Aphrodite is being taken down really low. They need to figure out something. Nice knock up onto all three. Sauron gets the shutdown. I mean, J4 gets a shutdown onto Sauron, and wow, that was a lot of fight.
That was actually a clean ace for a top fight. However, Janna had to pop her tornado, or not tornado, her revive, and she didn't gain anything from it. But once again, because Sauron had to gank top lane, Gragas gets another free neutral on bot lane.
Yep. Now, Matt's portal actually being taken down. Oh, that trade, that BFT. The BFT just barely did enough damage for the trade. Otherwise, Matt's portal would have died to Janna. Meanwhile, at bot, Michael Bay just used his E. This is not good. If he gets locked up by a silence and then a stun to follow up after, Michael Bay will not make it out. He does have that revive. Gets silence. Now getting focused. Nice ult, but does not hit Leona. Gets locked up and now it goes down. Revive not going to be popped yet. Meanwhile, up at top, Carnival. Nice burst onto Karma, and Karma goes down in the end. And they get the double kill onto Sejuani. Meanwhile, up at bot, they're going to neutralize this point, take it. Sauron being careful not to go all in for that Janna. Nice lockup, and they take down, take your pill.
Now, I have no clue why Annie participated in that kill. Whether that's a visual bug or not, or she sent a global Q down, I don't know.
Oh, that's done. Oh, this is a nice lockup. If only Gragas had his ult, that would have been a great ult, and knocking all three into the fountain, that would have been honestly the funniest thing ever, if you think about it.
Rampage.
Now
5 cap right now.
Oh,
the hype is real.
The hype is real.
And he gets picked off. They really needed to wait.
Oh my.
Gragas really needed to wait for his team to group up before he pressured for it, but he got a bit greedy and was impatient, and he gets punished for that.
Uh-oh. Snide being now focused. That Howling Gale misses two of them, but doesn't make it out alive with the help of Karma. But in comes out High Peoples. High Peoples doing a lot of burst damage, but is now being focused down by Karma. Meanwhile, Sejuani does lock up Sauron. Sauron doing enough damage. Oh, almost gets the execute, but here comes Matt's portal. Oh, the jumping from High Peoples takes down Gragas, and now the Solar Flare. Zounds with that Solar Flare just takes down Jarvan, and that's game. There's no way Purple Team can cap 3 points to survive at this point.
Every member just recently responding. They cannot capitalize. This could be a 5 cap if they just gave him time.
At this time, if I were Purple Team, I would be discussing right now on like Skype or Event or Raid Call what needs to change for Game 2. Because if this happens again in Game 2, this is not going to look... It's going to be a clean 2-0 sweep for Dango Ninjas.
I would have to say they needed to stop Sauron's Pantheon. It's already been shown 2 games how much pressure he applies with his ulti, and he wins his lane.
It's just that
the damage done.
I don't believe that they want to ban out Sauron's Pantheon. If they do, it's...
So far, nobody has shown any method, any caution to dealing with basically a TF ulti. Not only can he just stay, like, as we saw, Gragas chose to take the bot node instead of roaming up to help because the jump is basically instant. There's no way he could keep up and go there on time to help the team fight. But even though he got the point at bottom, he immediately got ganked, killed, and his own point got contested because of his lack of revive. It was still on cooldown.
Let's take a look at the damage dealt to champions, and Sauron top of the leaderboard with almost 29k damage. Deals a lot, 28k damage. And meanwhile, for purple side, Michael Bay not doing as much damage as we thought he would. Even though Gragas has a lot of burst, it's just... It didn't seem that he could show all the damage. Let's take a look at the crit though, because I know that Pantheon's crit is actually a lot, and it's not as much as Jace, but
as you might not have noticed, this was actually a really, really fast game, even though that was really action-packed, and it could have been anyone's winner until blue team decimated purple side, but that was actually only a 15-minute game.
Yep. And now we're going to go see the graveyard here before we jump right into our next game. 182 on Janna. Janna, even though Janna would like to survive and just provide a lot of shields, it was sadly the grave called for her. Alright. Now, we will jump right into the next game.